On the northern coast of Kyoto Prefecture, there is a shrine that claims to hold a box. According to the shrine's own records, the box was brought back from the bottom of the sea 1,200 years ago by a fisherman who had been dead for 3.5 centuries. The box has one rule: it must never be opened. This is the story of Urashima Tarō, and it may be the oldest fairy tale ever written down. Here is the version every child in Japan knows. A young fisherman named Urashima Tarō finds a group of children on the beach, tormenting a small turtle. He rescues it and sets it back into the sea. Days later, a great turtle rises from the waves with a message. The little turtle he saved was the daughter of the Dragon King, and the king wishes to thank him. On the turtle's back, Tarō is carried down through the darkening water to ryugu-jo, the dragon palace, where the seasons of all 4 directions exist at once, and where the Princess Otohime receives him. Tarō stays in the palace. Some say 3 days, some say 3 years. Time is strange at the bottom of the sea, but at last he remembers his aging mother and asks to go home. Otohime gives him a parting gift, a beautiful jeweled box, the tama tobacco, and one warning: whatever happens, he must never open it. The turtle carries him back to his village, but the village is wrong. The houses are unfamiliar. His mother's home is gone. When he asks about the family of Urashima Tarō, an old man scratches his head. He heard that name once in a story his grandfather told, a man who vanished into the sea 300 years ago. Everyone Tarō ever loved has been dust for centuries. Alone, holding the only thing left from the palace, he forgets the warning, or no longer cares. He opens the box. A cloud of white smoke rises. His hair whitens, his skin folds, his back bends. The 300 years pour into his body all at once. Now, the part your grandparents didn't tell you. This is not just an old story. It is possibly the oldest recorded fairy tale on Earth. The Nihon Shoki, the imperial chronicle of Japan, compiled in the year 720, records under the year 478 that a real fisherman, Urashimako of Mizuno, caught a turtle that turned into a woman and followed her into the sea. It is written between tax records and the affairs of emperors, as if it were news. Versions also appear in the Minyoshu, Japan's oldest poetry anthology, and in the local chronicle of Tango province from around the year 713. When Europe's Brothers Grimm published their fairy tales, this story had already been in writing for 1100 years. And the oldest versions are stranger and darker than the children's tale. There is no rescued turtle and no reward for kindness. The fisherman catches the turtle while fishing, and it transforms into a beautiful woman who takes him as her husband. He does not earn paradise, he is taken by it. In the Manioshu poem, when he opens the box, he does not merely age. His black hair turns white, his breath fails, and he dies. The poet even scolds him for his foolishness. The kindly moral about saving turtles was added more than 1,000 years later. In the medieval period, the story split into dozens of versions. More than 50 hand-copied texts survive. In the most famous of them, the smoke from the box does not kill Urashima. It transforms him into a crane, and the princess, in her true form as the turtle, meets him again. Crane and turtle, the 2 great symbols of long life in Japan. In that version, the 2 of them become gods, worshipped at shrines. The fisherman who lost everything to time was enshrined as a spirit of the sea. So, how did a tale about death and lost time become a bedtime story in 1910? A children's version, rewritten by the author Iwaya Sazanami, was placed in Japan's national elementary school textbooks, where it stayed for 35 years. The crane was cut. The marriage was cut. The death was cut. What remained was a simple lesson: be kind to animals and do as you're told. An entire nation memorized the sanitized version, and the older, stranger endings faded from memory. But the story survives because of what the textbooks could not cut: the ache at its center. Urashima's true punishment is not old age. It is coming home to a world that forgot him. Scholars have long noted that this tale, centuries before Rip Van Winkle, is one of humanity's first stories about time moving differently for the traveller than for the ones left behind. Anyone who has ever gone away and come back to find childhood gone, parents gone, the streets changed, knows exactly what is inside that box. And the box itself, the shrine on the Tango coast, Urashima Jinja, keeps its ancient documents. A fisherman who left in the year 478 and returned in 825. The shrine was ordered built by an emperor to house his spirit, and, the records say, the tama-tabako itself. The box is still there, still closed. So tell me in the comments, if 300 years had passed and everyone you knew was gone, would you open it? And if you want more stories the world sanitized, subscribe.